guys, it's Aja. I am back once again with another hair video. In this video I install and style this U-part wig that was sent to me by Sogoodhair, and I just want to quickly thank them for sponsoring today's video. They sent this 24-inch straight wig and I am so excited to share the whole transformation process with you guys. It was super easy, and also in this video I actually do address some of my Twitter scandals, and so I hope that is interesting. And so I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you do, subscribe to my channel and click the bell for post notifications. Also do be sure to check out the Sogoodhair company. I will have their information below in the description of this video, and so without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, so as usual I am going to be beginning by unboxing the wig unit, and I've never actually, here's the wig unit, but as I was saying, I've never actually had a U-part wig, so I'm actually really, you know, excited to see how this goes. But in the box we have the unit, and then there's this little bag, and so in here we have wig caps as usual. Bro, is that the kettle? I am so pissed off, but this is the last time I'm filming here. There are also some elastic bands for additional, you know, for additional security, and then we have this. Oh my god! They sent me a bonnet. That is actually so cute. So it says Sogoodhair. That's actually really nice. And then we have some hair clips, I guess because of the, you know, new part. Hopefully I don't actually need to like put these on because they need to be sewn on, and I don't have it in me today. And then there are some lashes, and now moving on to the actual wig unit. I'm just not too sure how it's going to blend with my leave out section. I'm just afraid I'm not going to be able to get my hair looking silky, but the U-part leave out, it's actually not that much. So it's actually not that much to leave out, and the cap size for this wig is medium. And so looking at the inside, there's literally like nothing, no clips. I guess that's why they sent, you know, a little, you know, I just attach the two clips. Well, sometimes I don't, it just depends, but because this is medium and there's like nothing else to hold it, I'm going to put this on my head to see how it fits, but then I'll need to take out this middle portion somehow.
You love it when I get so high and drop that ass so low, make you sit right here, now you can't go back home.
So this is how it fits, and it's actually a pretty decent fit, and I really like the quality of this hair. Like, it's super silky, which although that's a good thing, I don't know how I'm going to be able to get my natural hair to blend with this. Luckily my hair is like 10 to 12 inches in length, so it'll fall to about here. This looks so nice. I wish this was an actual wig unit, and the length is 24 inches, but this is a really long 24 inch. Look at this, you guys. Like, you guys, it's super long for 24 inches, and it has a bit of waviness to it just because of, you know, being in the parcel. So this hair is actually real nice. The density of this hair is 150, and you guys look, its natural wave pattern is straight So I guess I will start by figuring out this U part section, and then I will be back. I'm just so glad with how effortless this has been. Literally all I had to do was prepare my natural hair. I didn't have to cut any lace. I'm not going to have to do any gluing, and so I'm just really happy about that. I just hope it blends well, but to be honest, you could get this wig and just wear a cap with it and call it a day, but I'ma get into it.
Love it when I get so high and drop that ass so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that ass so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that ass so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home.
I'm tranked up and I'm danked up and I'm hella faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it. I'm tranked up and I'm danked up and I'm hella faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it, you elevate it.
I came over, I ain't sober, I'm still drunk, that's hangover. Might run it back when this page over. You the best thing, I done slaved over. Gon' arch you back and been way over. It's overdue for that under-stressing.
Alright you guys, so I'm low-key struggling because there are like two bands that are, you know, going across the U part, so it's not just like I could slip this on. I'm not sure if I'm meant to, see, this is why I was meant to do some research and actually watch some tutorials so I knew what I was doing, but basically I won't be able to do a middle part with this hair, which is completely fine because my scalp is so dry. I guess I could cut them, but then the thing with cutting the bands, it's going to, you know, decrease the tension on the U part and the wig's just gonna slide, and this wig is only just tight enough, so I decided to just keep the bands, and then obviously I'm just gonna use my hair to conceal it. This just reminds me of when I used to wear clip-in extensions during my early teenhood, and because there's like a band right here, I've kind of slid the whole wig back, so it actually feels snug. I'm able to actually take some of my edges out of the ponytail, so then I can actually use them to obviously, you know, frame my face. But these bands are just so thick, like how do you even conceal them, you know? And then as for that blend, you guys, I never knew my natural hair had turned black. To be honest, all that's left to figure out is how I'm actually going to style this hair. To be honest, why do I keep saying that? I could do like a half up, half down, but then that's gonna happen. I wish I had more hair. My hair is not very dense at the top. I'm gonna bring as much of it to the front as possible just because I don't need this wig part showing. And also because I'm actually going out. This has been fun though, because I was getting tired of doing regular wig videos, you know. So this has been a really good change, and for the most part it's actually been real fun and easy. Like, you guys, look at that. Honestly, this might be my new go-to wig just because of like how easy it is. Now I know why they sent clips. I think if the cap size was actually like small, then it would actually, you know, fit my head. I think I have installed this to the best of my capability. Now I'm going to move on to straightening this hair. So far I'm really happy with how this has turned out. I just need to straighten it and, you know, work on concealing my natural hair a little bit more, but I'm really satisfied so far.
Over him, now you underdressing. Call me up and I come finessing like, ooh, we shot it, what it do, what it don't. Baby, you a queen, you can move how you want. You was rocking with me when I couldn't stay afloat. They ain't never saying nothing wavy to a boat. Like eyes up, look at me, now I'm the captain. Brought the camera, time for action. Split the legs just like a fraction. Tuck the napkin, time for snacking. You a motherfucking meal. Tell me that it's mine, baby, tell me that it's real. Hit it to the max, well, tell me how it feel. It's gonna be a minute cause I'm in it for the thrill. Make her feel like heaven, she gon' put me in the wheel. And willingly I wanna do anything she wanna do. I ain't even wanna boo, but this is what the karma do. It's hard to be apart from you, cause ooh, I
love it when I get so high and drop that ass so low.
Alright, you guys, so I've just finished straightening my hair. I added some Got To Be spray. Anyways, I added some Got To Be spray. I feel like my hair just keeps frizzing up regardless, just because, you know, no matter how much I straighten it. But I think I did a real good job with concealing the U part, and I'm really happy with the way my hair has blended. And overall, this is actually a really nice wig, and it straightened super easily. Like, it was just so easy. Look at my edges, they just finished. I just hope that my hair will actually look this presentable while I'm out and everything, but I'm so happy with how. And with my natural hair, it's giving me, like, you know, this layered look, because my natural hair is like up to my shoulders. Honestly, I would actually really recommend this wig unit. I would say you would need like longer natural hair, just because in order to blend it, you know, your hair needs to be at least a few inches long. If you're about that life, I would even recommend maybe perming your hair, because then it'll be like super seamless. But honestly, it's not really that big of a deal. I think the most important thing is matching the color. But you guys, these wigs start at $84, which is super affordable. Obviously, as you adjust the hair length and the density, the price will vary, but from starting at $84 is really good, because this hair is 100% virgin hair, and as I have reiterated throughout the video, the quality is really up there. My natural hair is like dead, so it just won't stay straightened, it just keeps frizzing up, which is okay, because like I said before, as long as the color match is, you know, accurate, it's going to look okay. And depending on exactly how you wear the wig, you can use either your own natural hair for baby hairs, or you could use the hair from the wig. I guess the only downside of this unit is the fact that I would say it is high maintenance, or maybe in my case, just because I haven't taken the time to properly install it with, you know, the clips. Maybe I don't have enough hair left out for the leave out, but I think this wig definitely does have a lot of potential, and in the future, I am going to play around with it a bit more. I'm really happy with how this unit has turned out. I'm really happy with how this unit... I actually cannot. Whose animal is out there? I'm really happy with how this wig unit has turned out. Please let me know what you guys think. And as per usual, I will have all of the hair information below in the description, as well as all of the Sogoodhair company details for you guys to check out. I do actually have a code, so by using AJA10 you can get 10% off your order, so be sure to use my code at checkout. And I just want to personally thank Sogoodhair for sponsoring today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed.
It's hard to be apart from you, cause ooh, I
love it when I get so high and drop that ass so low. Make you sit right here, now you can't go back home.
And so now we're going to move on to the next portion of this video, which consists of me addressing my Twitter scandals. And so I have my talking points written down on my phone. Honestly, I planned this video about 6 weeks ago, like back in May, so it's actually not that relevant, but because I planned my videos way in advance, this was just part of the agenda, and so I'm going to follow my plan and just go ahead with it. And to be honest, originally I wasn't even planning on saying anything at all. Like, honestly, I didn't really care to explain myself or defend myself, but I may as well capitalize off these situations. So here I am. But along with so, I am really aware that just like a lot of things, people choose to misunderstand, and that is part of the reason why I haven't really said anything regarding these things, just because I know that certain people aren't here to understand me. They don't care to. There is absolutely nothing in the world that I could say to somewhat justify my actions. Like, in their eyes, any type of defense isn't gonna change anything, and that is completely fine. Honestly, a lot of the situations, it's kind of just one of those things where people only see your retaliation, not what provoked it, and then, you know, you become the bad guy because you clapped back. They don't acknowledge the stones that were cast at you, only the stones that you cast as a reaction. And I mean, it's unfortunate that things are that way, but I've noticed that most of the time people don't even understand the backstory. But once again, some people are committed to misunderstanding me, so they don't even care about the backstory, you know? And I guess that's just one of the things that comes along with being in the public eye, honestly. When you have a lot of haters, we are held to such a different standard in comparison to, you know, the general public. It's like making one small mistake or doing anything that is slightly negative, the backlash you get is a lot more intense in comparison to the backlash that a regular person would get. When you have a platform, you are held to a completely different standard. With being on YouTube all these years, I have literally learned that no matter what it is that I do, there are certain people that are just going to take it the wrong way and see it in such a negative light, regardless of whatever it is. You guys, when you reach new levels, you deal with new devils. And so, you know, since like 2015, I have been really good at dealing with it. It has really toughened my skin. So no stranger could ever say anything to hurt me, and that's just how I am now. Seeing the things that people say about me on the internet, like, it's crazy some of the things people say, but for the longest time, I just haven't been fazed by any of it. Like, I remember a few years ago when things were just so bad, like when I used to bleach my skin, that was like one of the worst years for the amount of hate that I would get. But at that point, it was whatever. Like, I didn't care. I had already reached the point of not caring about strangers' opinions, especially when there's people behind fake accounts. When it comes to having a platform, people really do forget that you are human and you do have the tendency to act like a human. And then so when you do anything wrong, just in the complete slightest, or anything that has any type of negative connotations associated with it, you will be crucified for it, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way it is, I guess, because you have a platform, you are expected to be this role model and, you know, just like a public figure that is perfect, but that's really not the reality. And the thing is, you know, it's not very common for me to actually address things or, you know, be one to find the need to defend myself, you know, with everything that would happen. If you've been watching my channel all these years, you would know that like each year there is something new that I'm getting bashed for. You know, at the start it was my provocative dressing. How I dressed was always a problem for people, and then for some reason it became about my eyelashes and why do you wear such long spider lashes, this. But fast forward to 3-4 years later and everyone is on this 25mm lash wave. So the same people that were bashing me for it back in the day are now the same people who are purchasing long lashes from your locals. But anyways, it became about my weight, my skin bleaching. My ethnicity was a huge debate, and it still is. Throughout all the years there have been, you know, the constant rumor or just like whatever going around. I have never really addressed anything just because I don't find it necessary. At the end of the day, I know myself. I have thick skin. I can handle the backlash. I don't care. I'm really just desensitized. It's not as bad anymore, but there are times where it's just my norm. It's literally just, you know, my everyday. It's just become so normal for me that I have adapted to it, you know, and I've been dealing with these trolls since 2014, so it is what it is. I have experienced absolutely everything you could think of, from constantly being added to group chats where people are talking the most smack about me, people even calling my number to, you know, talk their mess, literally people having whole ass group chats that are dedicated to discussing me. And this was something that was very prominent in high school. There was like a whole situation, and I did a story time about it. It's just everything from memes to viral posts about me, even people claiming to expose me, people that I don't even know doing the absolute most, people having like Instagram accounts that are literally dedicated to hating on me, like that'll be the name of their username. I haven't seen them too much anymore, but in 2018 there were a few. And so, you know, they would just like comment things and be on my live streams and just like stuff like that. Someone somehow got access to my private account and they were sharing all my posts onto some type of forum, and then they would comment the links on my videos and stuff. This was a few years ago, and it was just like mind-blowing because I was just like, why do people have such ill intent? Like, it's just, what do you gain from doing that, you know? And then we have the constant rumors. Literally, people always hit me up saying, this person said this about you, da 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 da, is this true? Or people sending me screenshots of things that people have said, and 9 times out of 10 I don't even know the person on the other end that's saying all that stuff. And it's not only on the internet that this stuff happens. Literally, when I'm out, people will literally approach me on their BS, and it's so insane. I remember a few years ago I was at a Easter camp, and this guy came up to me and he was just like talking so much smack, and I didn't even like, how do you even react to that? Because it's like, he literally caught me off guard. And then him and his group of friends spent the next few days just harassing me. And you know, for me it's really easy to just ignore those things. Like, I can literally hear you calling my name and trying to get my attention, but what do I actually gain from entertaining it, you know? I have never ever been one to entertain any of these things just because I know that's what they want, and I know that it's not going to end well, it's not worth it, you know? And also with being approached, I remember a couple years ago, like when House Party was booming, people would like change their usernames and stuff so they could join my chat rooms and literally just drag me. And it was just like the weirdest thing, and I would always just ignore it and just leave and stuff like that. And like my friends and stuff would be like, nah, you need to clap back, like don't let people talk to you like that, like, you know? But to me it was just like, they're doing it for a reaction. Like, it just was never worth my energy, you know? And then even a few months ago when House Party was, you know, like popping again, the same thing would happen. And it's just like comedic because it's literally 2020. Why are you still on that behavior? Like, it makes no sense. Like, I don't know you, you don't know me. It's the people that I don't know that have the most to say. Like, if I'm not checking for you, then I promise you should have nothing to say about me. And I guess that's why a lot of strangers are just really bold with it, because they think because we're not associated, I'm not going to see any of those things. But the real truth is that it's a small world, and everyone knows a friend that knows a friend that knows a friend, and that is exactly how things always come back to me. And I see it, I peep it, I take note of it, and I keep it pushing. And that's just how it is, because I don't pay mind to strangers. For me, it's just always been about choosing my battles, honestly, because not everything is worth it, especially if you're going to be seen as the bad guy regardless, you know? It's like people constantly push your buttons, but the moment you retaliate, that's when it's a problem. That's when you are being wild and being a bad person and this is that. But they didn't see the accumulation, they didn't see the build up of it. And so I think with my situation in particular, I think that is just what eventually happened, because it's like I went all these years without ever defending myself, without ever retaliating. I never responded or entertained any of these situations, but it's like everyone has a breaking point. I remember back in 2018, it was honestly just a wild time, and I remember during a time I didn't have a phone, so my cousins reached out to me and they were like, you need to go and check Snapchat, like, you know. And then a few hours when I finally got to, I had so many messages, and just looking at all my stories and everything, it was like everyone was just dragging me through the mud, and the slander was literally insane. I still wasn't going to say anything, and it literally took my cousins convincing me to make a statement, because they were like, no, you can't allow this, you need to defend yourself, because literally, why is the whole African community of Australia kikiing about you? Like, that's not cool. You need to defend yourself. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So I posted a little something to my story, you know, just a quick one-liner to let people know what's up. But you know how people are. That completely flew right over everyone's head, and they still continued. And so I remember for days and days after that, like, so many people would hit me up. People would be showing me things or just asking if I'm okay, because everyone could see what was happening, you know. But I was straight chilling. I wasn't even online like that. I was just going about my life, you know. And I think after that point, it was just a really huge turning point, because it really showed me the true colors of everyone, and it showed me how malicious some people can really be. And from that point forward, there was no more benefit of the doubt for people. I never ever again hesitated to show my confrontational side. Call it being problematic or whatever, but you can only be a doormat for so long. Like, one person can only tolerate that much for so long. If I stay quiet and nothing changes and things only get worse, then maybe I'll try speaking out. I do understand some people's, you know, certain people's discrepancies. A lot of people think that I am way too harsh when it comes to defending myself, but no one is allowed to tell me the amount of defense that I can apply, because if I'm being attacked, how can you come and police how I should react to it? I just want to know who is to say what levels of defense that I'm allowed to apply. If I'm defending myself, I am defending myself by all means necessary. Until you are in my shoes, you literally cannot tell me what level of defense I'm obligated to apply, and that is just as simple as that. At the end of the day, you actually don't know how different people are affected by different things. If someone has already gone to the extent of violating me, there are no boundaries, there's no respect already. So what I say in response to that, you can't necessarily be mad at it, because I wasn't even the perpetrator to begin with, you know. It's just my response that turns me into the bad guy, when really I was provoked. I genuinely feel like a few months ago was clapback season, because I wasn't holding back at all, especially on Twitter. I didn't care. I think more than anything, I just had time on my hands and I could actually entertain those situations. But now, clapback season's over, I honestly CBF with all of that these days. I think speaking up to defend myself has definitely been effective to some degree, because people are starting to learn not to mess with me. Like, finally. But I don't have time to be caught up in all of that, so that's not the norm for me. It's called clapback season for a reason. Also, another thing that I want to add is that if I don't know you, I promise I'm not going to invest any energy into you, because strangers have a completely different agenda compared to people that I actually know. I'm not going to address each individual, you know, situation, just because I don't really care to. Like, at the end of the day, I said what I said, I stand by all of my actions, and I have absolutely no regrets, so there's actually nothing for me to say. But I do want to touch on how I have been caught in the crossfire a few times, and it's like, these aren't even my situations, but because I'm just there as a bystander, you know, laughing with my friends, it becomes an issue. The situation then becomes about me, even though I had such minuscule involvement. I promise you, the only reason that it becomes about me is because I am me. Like, the amount of other people that have commented and no one faces any type of backlash, not that they should, because at the end of the day, it's not even our situation. I just really don't understand how my small gift can overshadow the main comment. Like, why is it that I then become the main focus, even though there are 10 other people doing the exact same thing, if not worse, than me? Like I mentioned before, it's just one of those things that comes along with having a platform. You are held to a completely different standard, and specifically pertaining to one of those situations, I understand that at first glance it's gonna look like I am the antagonist, but realistically it's not the case. Obviously it is bad to co-sign such things, but when you consider past history and things that have led up to that, it would make you realize I didn't just do that for no reason, you know? And that's that, because sometimes you gotta do people the same way. There are no boundaries when the line has already been crossed, and if someone crosses the line, then I won't hesitate to cross the line as well. Like, I should not even be in any of these headlines. I don't even know why my name and my pictures were in people's YouTube videos, on Instagram pages. Like, me and my minor involvement, but I am the headliner. Consult the parties involved is between A and B, not me. Don't use my name for a come up. There were other people that had minor involvement, but where were their names in the headlines? Why was it only my name? Whether you want to see it or not, there literally is a double standard when it comes to that, but it doesn't change anything because I did what I did, I said what I said, and that's that. I am so over this discussion, and I didn't even get to hit all my points. That's basically it. Take it how you want. If you don't want to accept it, that's honestly on you, because at the end of the day, my truth isn't up for debate, so you can keep writing your little hate trains. I don't care. But lastly, I actually want to thank everyone that, you know, reached out to me with positivity throughout, you know, each of these situations. Like, you guys are so real, and honestly I can genuinely say that the positivity always outweighs the negativity. So thank you to everyone that asked if I'm okay, everyone that sent me uplifting quotes. People were sending me Bible verses. I don't like attention like that, but I do appreciate the concern, even though at the end of the day I was straight, like I was chilling. Honestly, you guys, it's just one of those things. It's nothing new to me, but I do want to acknowledge everyone that, you know, came and tried to uplift me. It is definitely very much appreciated, but this has been my life for years, so I'm completely used to it. None of it phases me. But thank you to everyone out there, and so now I'm gonna end this video. So that would conclude today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed my hair transformation and my little discussion, even though I feel like it was kind of, I didn't really follow my plan. But I do hope that you guys got something out of it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So be sure to thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel and click the bell for post notifications. Once again, thank you to Sogoodhair for sponsoring this video. I will have their company information below in the description, as well as all of the hair details for this U-part wig unit. I hope you're happy to hear that this will be my last hair video for a while. Well, actually, I don't know. I was hoping to take a break from wig content, but these partnerships just keep coming through. Nonetheless, I guess we'll see when the time comes. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.
You love it when I get so high and drop that ass so low. Make you sit right here, nah, you can't go back home.